Leaflet tried to respond to me, but it's too late.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So in this video, I'm going to be responding to the blue-haired VTuber Leaflet. She had the absolute audacity to make a response video to my very good criticisms of her. Now, of course, in my video, I was listening to the great, insightful commentary of so many eternally online Twitter freaks,
40 minutes.
and she couldn't handle it. You can see her response video, basically waving the white flag of defeat. It is titled, "It's Over for Me." And that couldn't be more accurate. She is completely cooked. And it pains me to say that because I have enjoyed Leaflet's content for many years. A lot of you guys enjoy her content as well. We have a big audience overlap. But you know what? I stand on my principles. And when terminally online Twitter freaks raise great criticisms against her,
great
I have
criticisms.
to sit down and listen. And they really
Absolutely,
exposed her, especially on the topic of AI. This has been a trending topic on Twitter for literally weeks at this point. And Leaflet is someone who not only provides commentary, but also produces AI-related content. And
she makes great music and videos, by the way. You guys should watch them if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, she's been exposed, caught in 4K, and that's why she's been trending on Twitter for quite...
This is huge. I don't know how much trending on Twitter matters, but this is probably huge for advertising this program of hers.
Some time now, and when I made this response video, everyone understood that she is finished. Now, of course, here's one of the comments from my video. I want to make it very clear, I'm being facetious in my commentary so far. This is a joke, okay? People are very mad at Leaflet for providing free-to-use AI tools to help VTubers get started, to give them free assets to work with.
Literally just to get started. This would be like just to get people going. And they're mad about that.
And since my video, people have continued to rage at Leaflet and the subject generally. And I think this series of interactions really sums up this entire discourse. You have someone from a suspended account who is telling Leaflet to off herself for using AI. While also bringing up Neuro-sama, where of course they say she is different and creative, and then accounts who have me blocked are then saying that Leaflet is jealous and they don't really understand the difference between Neuro-sama and other users of AI. Now, this all...
What? Isn't Neuro like literally an LLM? Or at least like based off of it? Isn't that not the same thing?
Kind of just boils down to people being mad about any sort of use of AI and really using Leaflet as a lightning rod for this related controversy. And here's some of the comments from my previous video where there's very important points being raised. Number one, being too employed for this situation. Understandable. But a lot of people also very excited to see their Oshi and one of their favorite...
That's a lot of Twitter drama, to be fair.
VTubers, Leaflet, being talked about and trending on social media. But I like this comment down here saying, I myself am not too much of a fan of using AI for this, but I do admire that Leaflet's making this as an alternative, especially since there's so many artists that refuse to work with folks that have different political views.
Exactly.
I'd say more, but I'm not too good with wording stuff.
People get blacklisted for their opinions. They will not even work with VTubers or anything. You will not get any art. You can't even commission them. You can't even pay them to do stuff for you because they've blacklisted you just because they disagree with you politically.
But you know what? They make a very good point. And that's kind of the main takeaway of my previous video and what Leaflet was responding to in her video. There's a lot of artists out there that won't work with you for your political beliefs, or if you engage in wrongthink, or they overcharge you in general. And Leaflet is providing a free-to-use tool that allows people who are trying
I wouldn't like rule out the possibility that the people would take your commission and then dick you around for weeks just to waste your time as well.
to get into the VTubing scene something to get them going without any sort of a price tag. And it's making not just virtue signalers, but so many artists extremely mad. It all began with this post.
I feel like for a lot of them, they're wanting the same.
Where she is providing a program that will create a bridge between PNG tubing, just using a still image, and live 2D. And people went berserk. A lot of VTubers,
I don't get how this is like. How is this such a big deal? Oh my god, this is like only a positive thing. I don't get it.
a lot of artists not very happy, saying a lot of very disparaging stuff. But I think this one right here is really funny, where basically an artist admits that they're going to reduce their prices as a result of what Leaflet is doing. More on that later.
Isn't that like it's already working? Isn't that basically what she wanted, to make it easier to access for people to get into the VTubing community? So it's already working.
But here's one of my favorite responses that I covered in the previous video, where this VTuber says, "Soulless piece of trash is what I think this is. Even if your excuse to use generative AI is I can't draw, there is so many custom models you can get for..."
Why do they feel like you need an excuse to use AI anyway? Just use it. You don't need an excuse. Nobody needs an excuse. Nobody needs to explain anything to these people. Just use what you need to use to get yourself going.
Dirt cheap. And in her response video, Leaflet would say this, a little haiku provided by her.
Winter for artists. I can't draw, but I can dream still. Put fries in bag. Put
That's full.
fries in the bag.
That's better.
Thank you.
Now, AI could never
Beautiful.
reproduce the content that Leaflet is producing right there. But anyways, we saw a lot of virtue signaling, including follow policing, where other VTubers are saying, if you support this sort of stuff, I'm going to unfollow you, or you should unfollow me. And follow policing people is the biggest Weenie Hut Jr. hall monitor behavior you'll ever see. It's really pathetic.
That's the free look at me, I don't care. I stand by my opinion so much that you can leave if you don't like it. But it's like, they know nobody's unfollowing for that. It's such bullshit.
But this user in particular, after virtue signaling about AI, would add a response since my video saying, AI bros in my comments sucking each other's D's, LOL, just because I said I don't like it, and that it's garbage, takes zero skill.
Isn't that homophobic? How very homophobic of you, gory corpse. What the hell?
LOL. Well, I'm glad that the progressive woke people
Yeah,
on social
what?
media are now resorting to calling their critics homos as an insult. We've gone full circle. You know, maybe we're waking up on the internet and this stuff is now becoming a little bit more digestible. But yeah, they're not sending their best. But anyways,
Not very tolerant of you.
here is some more responses that really highlight the work that Leaflet is doing. So upon reflection, this user says, in light of this, I decided my customizable will be $30 US. I was already going to price it low for the market, but
Thank you, Leaflet. Thank you for your service.
I want to show new VTubers that you can make it in this community without even $100 US. This is pitiful, not going to lie. And of course, Leaflet would respond
Yes.
saying, nice,
Capitalism ho!
it's working. Capitalism ho. Honestly, if they make a really cool model for new VTubers to use for a low price, and it's great, then people can have more choice and I'm satisfied. Winning. It's very funny to see this happen in real time, where she comes out with this free to use asset
that was so quick.
help wannabe VTubers, people who are aspiring to be VTubers, get started for free. And some artists are saying, you know what? In light of this, even though I hate it, I'm going to severely reduce my prices to make this.
And do you think that would have happened without Leaflet posting this? No. No way.
More accessible to people who need it. This is a win.
Yes,
She's already
huge
won
win.
in many regards, ladies and gentlemen. Mission accomplished.
That's the first win. Hopefully this becomes a trend.
Right here. One person has already slashed their prices to compete with what Leaflet is doing. Excellent work. But this is really just reflective of what Leaflet's been doing. Sitting on Twitter, making her post, promoting her program, and letting people see about it. And also responding to some of these wackadoos. Where you can see this response, where Leaflet is quoting a now suspended account saying, in quotes, AI should be used for what we want and only what we want. We are the arbiters of what it should be used for, whatever it is that benefits me and the people I like only. I don't care about anyone else's jobs. If you don't agree, you should game it.
Aren't these people just the nicest people?
End. Yeah, so you can only imagine the original response, but luckily people provided the context before that account went down, where they said, okay, but I am doing that. No, dude, I need you to realize that you're so effing pathetic that you're choosing a robot over the human race. Oh, these clankers.
What?
There's never a better reason to off yourself, LMAO. And in response to people criticizing that point, they say, Kay, you're still pathetic for supporting AI.
These people are going to get so left behind. AI is going to be like what's pretty much already is, like commonplace. Daily usage. It's going to be everywhere. If you don't learn how to use it, you're just going to get left in the dust.
Very nice stuff. So basically, these people who are ranting and raving about we need to support humans, not robots, they turn around.
This is supporting humans. Are they just ignoring every single person that could benefit from this? That could use this to help them?
And tell humans to off themselves because they're using a.
Of course they don't care because this is all virtue signaling. They just the brownie points. Don't want head pats. Please head pat me.
AI. They're treating human beings like they're garbage and not understanding why people are turning to cheaper alternative.
Yeah, how do they think this is going to work? You're just going to attack people, insult people, call them retarded, and like they're going to support you? No. If anything, this just makes people less supportive of your cause.
Sources that won't tell you to off yourself for your preferences when it comes to creating content.
I don't see Leaflet telling people to kill themselves. Wonder why.
But of course, you can see people defending the user who
Is that has been called?
told people to off themselves over the situation. This user saying, people are saying you are not an artist or a visionary / art creative for throwing prompts into a program and them generating it for you. They are right. You can have your little AI slop maker, but stop deluding yourselves into believing you care about artists and the discipline. Well, I don't think Leaflet really said any of those things. But then again, you look at the accounts who are saying this stuff, trying to defend thy honor of the person telling someone to off themselves over AI usage. And, well, it's a dedicated Asmongold hater who literally branded their
That's such a good avatar, though. I love it.
accounts with his image. Many such cases, as we'll see. But also, you look at their account and they basically say Charlie Kirk was not a victim Again, many such cases, but Leaflet, among others, raise a very good point. How do these very staunch haters of AI feel about Neuro-sama?
They will say nothing about Neuro-sama because it is not popular to do so. That is the wrong opinion. If it was the right opinion, they'd be saying that without hesitation.
Of course, you have Beetle, who was using AI to have this VTuber, Neuro-sama, provide content. There was a human being involved, but ultimately it involves AI, where Neuro-sama is learning and growing and developing based on AI breakdowns of chatter interactions, content, all sorts of things. And when you raise Neuro-sama in this context, a lot of these virtue signalers just completely go haywire. They don't know what to do. In fact, you can see this person saying, I refuse to quote retweet the person who made the AI VTubing software. This is such a spit in the face to artists / riggers who put their all into making models for people, all the hours spent drawing / separating.
They got paid for that. They got their pay. If they commissioned, they have already gotten what they should have gotten. Nobody's getting spat at. People will still require riggers because Leaflets is just a bridge between a still image and a rigged live 2D. So if they want to move from that in between, they'd still have to get a rigged model.
The arts to all the time rigging.
That's what I assume anyway.
To make sure the angles are perfect FAI. It legit makes me so mad as someone who does both. This is so crappy because this is just another way AI is trying to take precedent over real artists.
This is just another person scared they're going to lose commissions. But if you're actually good, be good and you won't.
And Leaflet would quote them saying, I'm so sorry, Neuro. They hate you.
Neuro.
And then this Ruby, I guess, are they a rigger? They are. They're an artist / rigger. They would quote themselves without actually interacting with Leaflet saying, obviously this reached the AI bros.
Cowards.
But it's sad watching y'all sit here and support something that is actively hurting artists.
How is it actively hurting artists? If this gives the opportunity to somebody who can become a VTuber and start streaming, who would have never done it without that, like you wouldn't have got that commission to begin with because they wouldn't have done it. But because this is free. There's a difference between using something for free and paying money for it. A lot of people won't even take that initial step to pay money. This will give people the opportunity to try it out. And then if they like it, they can move up to you. They can go to your commissions if you're good and upgrade from what they have.
Neuro, the VTuber, is also completely different. They don't explain why. So using that.
Completely different. No, I don't think so. It's just the wrong opinion to have, and you're scared to have it.
As an argument is crazy. Well, if it's so crazy, explain why it's so different. You guys are coming in here being rude.
Oh, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe you said that. I won't elaborate, but that's so crazy. You're wild.
And think you're actually bugging me. Yes,
they sound very bugged. They're very bugged.
The unbothered person.
I'm so unbothered by this.
Blocking the replies. Well, there you go. And like I just pointed out, of course they're mad. They're a low follower, artist / rigger, and they are clearly
the low followed riggers and artists. They will be the ones cold because they're not good enough. If they were good enough, they wouldn't be worried. I've said this a lot, but these people As wrong as it is and how annoying it is, they have a right to be scared because they should.
They, them are clearly threatened by the idea of a free alternative using AI. Because they can virtue signal all they want about this stuff, they can't stop the inevitable and the threats of it, and they're scared, they're mad, and they're trying to make some sort of a wedge between.
They're like a cornered animal at this point. They're just lashing out. They're afraid they're going to get eaten, and they're attacking, hoping that the monster that's coming to get them will back away. But that's not going to happen.
What they're mad about when it involves Leaflet versus what they support with Neuro-sama. They can't explain it, but don't worry, other people are going to, well, do the same. So Leaflet would quote them saying, "I'm so sorry, Neuro. They hate you." And this user says, "The deflection is so pathetic. Your entire grift is so pathetic."
Oh, they love to say grift. It's like they never give examples. They just call you a grifter. But like, what has anybody explained what Leaflet is grifting about? What's the grift that she's doing? This is free. This is a free product that she's creating and giving out. What's the grift? What's she trying to get here? What opinion has she changed? That she like, I don't know. What the fuck? Just talk shit.
I'm sorry.
They never elaborate.
Her grift, she is providing this program for free.
For free.
This is the worst grift I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly.
I've never seen a grift.
Nice grift.
That involves providing free programs to people. The world's worst grift. And then I look at these people who are doing this stuff and who are so mad about it, and another account branding themselves with someone they hate.
I see somebody there, someone similar. Don't know whether I've seen them before.
Their pinned tweet is a clip from a video I made where I covered their tweet for 30 seconds in a much longer video from weeks ago. These people are very, very sad. And then I look at their Twitch account that they're promoting now, and they don't even use a VTuber model, right? Like, you don't even have skin in this game. I don't know why you're so mad about it. But let's move on to the next person saying being anti-AI is fine, but why would any up-and-coming VTuber want to use an artist if all they do is rage and attack anyone who says AI is fine or that they like this program? If using AI as a VTuber is wrong, then
imagine exposing yourself as like a crazy schizo and then being surprised nobody wants to work with you.
What about Neuro-sama, the AI VTuber? I've never seen rage over that. And of course, you can look at some of the responses. Like I said, this interaction is golden. No one can explain it without telling someone to off them.
That is such a good interaction. What the hell?
Themselves, because they have no real counter
I wish
argument.
I knew what they said.
And then you can see people trying to say that, well, of course, Leaflet is jealous. That was in the now deleted, or I guess suspended account, tweet deleted as a result, where they say, "Jealous, I love Neuro and wish for their continued success." I'm just pointing out that
everybody loves Neuro, from what I've seen. And that is the reason that these people would not say anything about it.
You have inconsistent logic, which you prove.
Which is exactly why Leaf is using this Neuro is different and creative, because that's what they say. And they will not refute it because that's not the right opinion.
Proved just now. Even if you can't see it, everyone outside your little bubble can. Neuro is different and creative. And of course, Leaflet has not stopped. I know her reign of terror has continued, where she is providing even
she can't get getting away with it.
More related content, really capitalizing on this situation, as she should. If all of these wackadoos want to make her trend nonstop, well, the right decision is to continue producing more tools for people to use to get their foot in the game when it comes to creating content and being a VTuber. And if people want to be really mad about this and threaten someone's life,
from everything I've seen, it just seems to be like it creates a few GIFs of the character and then it like switches between them. Is that all it is? How does that get rid of riggers at all? You'd like, because yeah, like that is literally a bridge if that's what it is. So you'd still go to live 2D afterward.
And say all these abhorrent and hypocritical things, well, that only helps her campaign even more. The people who are mad about AI will always be. Leaflet's not going to change their opinion most likely. But for the people who have an open mind about the concept, or can at least appreciate what she's doing.
At the very least, these freaks making Leaf trend like this just helps her with free advertising basically for a product, and people can see it and know that it exists, and then more VTubers can come into the space thanks to Leaflet.
Even if they don't really like
Good thing to
AI, she's just working to expose the people who are so mad about this and generating goodwill on her side by simply existing and providing these tools. But anyways, I mean, that is the situation. Again, no actual beef here. I think what she's doing is very interesting, and I think something a lot of people have and will take advantage of, and it's making the virtue signalers and the very angry VTuber artists.
It's making the worst people online angry, so sounds like a good thing to me.
And riggers who have had a vice grip on the scene for so long, very mad because they're having competition. And as we've seen, some people are even responding to this while mad about it. And
every other industry, competition breeds innovation. They don't want it here because they don't want innovation. They want to keep their little closed off section of the castle where nobody else can come in. They can make all the profits, take all the money, and not have to worry about it. They're cozy up in their little cushy little castle tower. But Leaflet came in and unlocked the door.
Reducing their prices because they understand that what she's doing is a threat to what the status quo has been in the VTubing scene. And I think ultimately that's a good thing.
This is a good thing.
But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Another good video.
And I'll see you next time.
Pyrev says Desu. Yep, I think this is a good thing. Leaf's doing great work.